People, it's your brother Bolo and now we're here in this space again. All right, so a lot of things going on. Lots of things going on. One of the main things is um, the letter from Darrell Vaz's lawyer to Andre Stevenson. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my advice. I have a message to all vloggers. One, all of us have a personal responsibility to educate ourselves about defamation. No, I don't want anybody to take this as I am saying there was any cases of defamation here. I want you guys to listen to me carefully. One of the things about defamation is that it's basically who can argue the best. That's what I know about it. I'm not a lawyer or anything. It's who can argue their point the best. It's a very fickle, and forgive me for the background noise because I am moving soon, so yeah. Forgive me for the background noise. I'm currently working right now. I'm going to speak to you and I'm going to play some audio and I'm going to read some articles and I'm going to you know, I'm going to be doing my thing while I multitask for a little bit. But my message to the vloggers and my message to the supporters, you know, nobody can control you when you call in on a show, right? But you know, when you speak, again, I'm not blaming anybody. I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying. When you speak, when you're calling on a show, be mindful of, the threat of defamation. Again, defamation is who can argue their point the best. I'm telling you. That's what who can argue the point the best as a lawyer team or whatever. Most of the times in those cases, that's the team that wins. Defamation is a drug. It's a drug. Like it really is a drug. For me personally, one of the things that I try to do or do, if you can look at my page, you see at the top it says this is all allegedly. That's the first thing. It's all allegedly, right? And when it gets even more serious, like when I was covering the story from Andre, if you listen to my video, the first thing I said, listen, all of this, Mel W, how you doing? Hey, respect Mel Dub. All of this is alleged. Because personally, I don't know nothing about these people. Good morning, how you doing, born again, oh Lord? I don't know nothing about these people and whatever. So the lawyer for Darrell Vaz responded. What can we take from the situation? One, Darrell Vaz pretty much confirmed that the SSL building is owned by the company, and the company is owned by his daughter-in-law, and those are facts. Whatever people take from that, they're going to take from it. And I just want to say this to Darrell Vaz and all of the other people in the JLP. There's nothing you can do really about people's personal uh, opinion or, the public's opinion about the JLP and this SSL scandal. It is not good. And it will never be good. I'm telling you, it will never be good. If you was to allow people to freely speak, call in a show, and tell you what they actually think about Darrell Vaz and what they think about members of the JLP, it would not be pretty, it would not be nice, it would not be sexy. And if you're going to sue everybody, oh my God. Man, listen. Woo! Those lawyers are going to bathe in money. All right? They are going to bathe in money. But I know how this works. You see, what they try to do, what I'm not speaking about Darrell Vaz in this instance, but in cases of situations like this, what they try to do is they try to target the person that seems to be like at the top or the head, the loudest voice. So the rest of the vloggers can now quiver and shake in fear because see, they sued him. You know what I'm saying? And they made an example out of that one, and now freedom of speech is now at risk, right? And I'm telling you what's going to be the next move. The next move is going to be, and they have made utterances. Dr. Dana Morris Dixon on a press conference spoke about freedom of speech, and she spoke about it in a way because at the time, Andrew Holness statutory declaration, the Integrity Commission report was out, and people were scrutinizing it. This is an election year. What is happening right now to the Jamaica Labour Party is a thus saith the Lord. They have found themselves as an entity. You know, the Lord is not pleased with this particular party. From the signing of the Samoa Agreement, from reports coming out that they have programs that is teaching the kids certain types of sex education. Mark, how you doing? These are all facts, right? These are all facts. So, thus saith the Lord, Darrell Vaz, not my words, coming from the prophet and the pastor Peter Chambers. There was a message for Darrell Vaz. I don't know if he got it, but I think he should look up Mr. Peter Chambers and listen to the warning that the Most High gave Darrell Vaz. Again, I don't know nothing about this man. I don't know nothing about them personally, honestly. And I wish not to. This is not personal. I'm a concerned citizen. And I genuinely want to see this country. And I'm talking about the country, not just a few people fatten them pocket and own everything. I want to see this entire country. The people that want to work hard, that are creative, given an opportunity to thrive and to do something great, in this country. And there's a lot of potential here in Jamaica. There's a lot of youth in the ghetto in Jamaica that they are victim of their circumstances. You understand? And that's another thing. There's so much things I want to touch on. But let me just say this. The vloggers, we have to be more tactical, and we have to read, we have to know the laws, we have to know the guidelines, because you see, when you're empowered with knowledge, scare tactics don't work. You understand? I want you to listen to me carefully, Now, what has happened now, and the people, I already spoke to the people, you have a responsibility. When you call in, be mindful of those same things where the law is concerned, right? So you don't want to put your favorite content creator at potential risk where, certain things that you say, although we use the disclaimer that, hey, it's not my word, and the views and opinions of, the individual that is speaking is not necessarily that of our own, right? That is an open disclaimer. I cannot be held responsible for what you are saying. I'm not co-signing what you're saying, especially you call randomly. I don't know you. We have no ties. Hey, you want to speak, and I'm giving you an opportunity to speak. I don't have to agree with you, right? Now, we have a lot of problems here in Jamaica. Please, guys, like up the live. Listen, all you have to do is tap the screen 2 times like this, right on the middle of the screen, like that, and the like button will be hit, right? Remember, the donation link is pinned. So if you want to support the platform in that manner, we have the Cash app and we also have the PayPal as well. Now, I want you guys to listen to Right Mango. Before I even go to that article, I want to listen to Right Mango. Right Mango, I mean, I love this lady. This lady is amazing. Listen to this.
Dear Jamaicans, so the big hog has finally squealed. We Jamaicans have a saying, so when you throw a stone in a pig pen, the biggest hog squeal. So now Daryl Vaz has come out to claim that he had no knowledge that the SSL building is owned by his daughter-in-law. Yes, you're correct, him daughter-in-law, as in him son, wife. No, an entire debacle, so controversial. And the fact that the building was transferred in September 2023 to his son's wife, whoops, completely slipped his knowledge.
Whoops.
And get this, it's Mark Golden's fault because the law firm that Mark Golden is a partner in handled the transfer. So even,
you know, that part of it, I never understood why Mr. Vaz even mentioned the fact that, or the allegation that Mark Golden is a member of the firm. I don't know why he even mentioned that. Could Mark Golden sue him for defamation? In trying to imply something, is that even a possibility? You know? You see, that's what I tell you. It's defamation is a very, very funny thing. Is who can argue in court the best. Very, very funny thing, I'm telling you. Sometimes you have more ironclad situations than others, but I digress. Let's continue. I hope you guys can hear the audio. Can you guys hear the audio well? Let me play it again.
Though they're different lawyers and different partners, we handle them own case. Mark Golden should have known because as a lawyer in the firm, he's supposed to know lawyer-client confidentiality. Yeah, that is Daryl Vaz's reasoning. No, from day one, I have been telling you that these...
You guys didn't catch that, right? How you doing, Booty Juice? Lord have mercy. What? Booty Juice? Booty Juice? The hell going on? Is that a woman or a man? Yo, wait. Bro, if you type something weird in the chat, I'm blocking you. I'm telling you right now. That name looked like a troll name, but let's continue.
Labor rights.
You've been warned.
Mixed right up in the SSL debacle. You cannot separate the JLP from SSL. And more is being revealed. Daryl cannot deny same daughter-in-law own it, you know. Because the title is there. The title is out there proving that her company, that the SSL property on Oak Road was gifted to his daughter-in-law after a stop order was put on its transfer.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I am not being judgmental. Well, I am being judgmental. We all judge each other. You look at me, I got a big ass head. You say, man, that nigga head big, whatever. Or that dude head is big, or whatever. We all judge each other. The internet and the people in life is getting way too soft. Way too soft. This is the softest era of mankind. I can't stand that, bruh. Oh, you're being judgmental. Come on, man. Everybody is judgmental. You can't have a name like Booty Juice. That is not even a real name. Your mom didn't name you Booty Juice. All right? Immediately, we know this is some troll stuff. Immediately. So I'm letting you know, trolls don't have no place on my platform. Tell you that right now. Especially with what I talk about. Hell no.
According to previous finance minister Nigel Clark, remember, say Nigel Clark come out and say the assets of SSL cannot be transferred. And yet, this asset, the building that housed the company, was transferred to Daryl Vaz' daughter-in-law. But no, the big hog is coming out now to claim that he had no idea whatsoever, trying to disassociate himself from his own daughter-in-law.
That's cold.
Because why? He wants us to believe that it was a secret transfer. Why? Because we're supposed to stupid like the labor right them.
Oh my God.
Somebody needs to inform Mr. Vaz that the average Jamaican actually have little sense. I want to fool like a labor right them. But as me say, when you throw stone in a pig pen, the biggest hog squeal first.
Oh my God.
And little by little, Jamaicans will see just how the JLP funded their entire organization with people money from SSL. And other institutions don't think says SSL alone. Because the truth are going to come out. I thank you. When I have yourself a good night. I'm going to turn off back the white light now so I can go back on my bed.
No, not my word, ladies and gentlemen. Not my word. The views and opinions of Right Mango. Can go find her on TikTok. That's the Right Mango. Yeah. When she speaks on things, it hits different. I think I should play it again. Yeah, I think I should play it again. Let's listen to that again.
Dear Jamaicans, so the big hog has finally squealed. We Jamaicans have a saying, so when you throw a stone in a pig pen, the biggest hog squeal. So now Daryl Vaz has come out to claim that he had no knowledge that the SSL building is owned by his daughter-in-law. Yes, you heard correct, his daughter-in-law.
No, I'm not saying he's lying, but for those who believe him that watch this replay or is watching the live right now, if you believe that Mr. Vaz was not aware as big of a story as SSL is, do you guys believe that Mr. Vaz was not aware that his daughter-in-law owns the building through her company? It was gifted to her. Do you guys believe what Mr. Vaz said in his press release, that he was made aware of it when Andre Stevenson put it out? How many of you believe Mr. Vaz? If you believe Mr. Vaz, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't believe him, put a 2 in the chat. Very simple. Right? See, this is what they can't control, They cannot control what people think. They wish they could. They wish they could control. And I'm talking about, generally speaking, politicians. Politicians wish they could control the minds of the people. They wish they could. And they do a good job in their wordplay. When they go out and they campaign and they tell you lies. Oh, in 100 days, I'm going to do this. And just wait a little bit, man. It's the hurricane, it's burial, it's the weather conditions, it's the climate change, it's a bunch of excuses for failure. This is what politicians do worldwide. Now, I want to mention somebody. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the president of Burkina Faso, Bvrfam Troy. And the vloggers, I want to put this out there to you. All vloggers. One, we need to highlight Bvrfam Troy more. Do some research about him. He is a young man. I think he's like 36 now. I think he's the youngest president in Africa. And I think he needs to be highlighted. I believe, it is my belief, this is my opinion, I believe that he's being suppressed in the Western world because he speaks against the way how the Western world deals with Africa. You understand? So I want to challenge all the vloggers that are for truth, righteousness, and justice and freedom to highlight Ibrahim Troy. Do a compare and contrast analysis of him as a leader. What's going on, Cutting Edge? And ABR News TV, big up, mama. Him as a leader and Andrew Holness as a leader. Compare Ibrahim Troy with every single leader in the Caribbean or every single leader that has ever led Jamaica. All right? Look at how he began his political career. Yes, it was a coup of the previous administration, but that administration was oppressing the people of Burkina Faso with the help of France. All right? So we, the people, have to promote him. Pleasant gift. First time seeing in the chat. We, the people, we, the vloggers, have to promote a man like Ibrahim Troy. He cut, unlike the Jamaican government, he cut the salary of the politicians in Burkina Faso. He cut his own salary. The amount that was granted to him, at first he said, no, I don't need this much money. Cut my salary. You know what he did with the money? He put it into the development of the people of the country. One of the very first time I heard about Ibrahim Troy, I have to always give credit to Jamaica Carlos. Jamaica Carlos was the first person I saw cover that dude. And when I looked into him, I said, oh my goodness, this man is phenomenal. This man is phenomenal. Chill, what's going on, brother? Rena, how you doing? Right? So we, the vloggers, have to highlight people like this. The other thing, I don't know the history between the major vloggers. I don't know the beef between them, the disagreements. But I want to say to all vloggers, and I'm not going to call anybody name, anybody that has a beef with another vlogger in this group of Jamaican vloggers, whether you're in the diaspora or you're in Jamaica, we can ill afford to allow those differences that we have with each other to derail, right, the actual mission that we're all on. What is the mission? The freedom and the liberation of Jamaica, whatever that looks like. The freedom and the liberation of the people of Jamaica is the mission. Freedom from corruption, freedom from oppression, right? Those two things are the things that we want to be free from. We want for access to beach them because by law, we should be able to access our beaches. We want our farmers to be, to be promoted, to be helped, to be pushed so they can feed the nation and protect our food and not spend money overseas. We want to be a part of the international market where trade is concerned in the wonderful food that we have here. Just Kina, big up, right? This is what we need, right? We want to have a higher level of education for our children where we are opening their minds so early so that they can be the geniuses that they are potentially are, right? Starting to teach them at a high level at a very young age, and it starts in the home. So we, the people of Jamaica, have to also educate ourselves. Yes, you all know, you go to school, and you know what I mean, all of these things. But you need to relearn. Older people get technically savvy. Splash Digi, big up. Older people get technically savvy. Right? Don't just, oh, I'm getting old and put yourself in a box and no. We are in this season where adaptation is going to be critical. because there's a lot of industrial changes coming, right? I shared a video on my platform. I think it's the last video that I posted. Yes, the last upload that I posted. I would encourage everybody to go and watch that video. There's a young man from Africa that built a what's it called? A power source, a self-powered technology. So Elon Musk, I call him the Elon Musk. Well, I wouldn't say that I coined the term. I've heard that. They call him the Elon Musk of Africa. And there's good reason why they call him that. He has built vehicles that run off the natural energy around it. It uses, it's called microsonic energy. It uses radio frequency and turn it into electricity. The man has TV running without plugging in the wall. I mean, yo, the man has a car, he has a bike. He's trying to go to he's working on making a plane now. And the Zimbabwe president is putting all the resources behind him. He has a whole country behind him. There's allegations that he went to the United States, and while he was there, he was poisoned, and his partner was poisoned as well, and his partner died. He says that it's the grace of God while he's still here. And when I heard him say that, I said, yes. We need a Elon Musk type of brain that has brilliance, that recognizes the Most High. You understand? This man, I think we all should keep in our prayers for those that pray. Right? Yeah, I'm not judging nobody. If you don't pray, hey, you don't pray. But for those that pray, let me tell you his name. And you can look him up. Maxwell. Where's the video? Here it is. Right. Maxwell Chikum. That's Chikum Butso. So Chikum Butsu. Maxwell Chikum Butsu. That's how I would pronounce it. Vian, how you doing? Rena, big up. Right? So we as the vloggers need to not let personal issues that we have with each other derail the process or the destiny that we're trying to reach. Right? The finishing line. Because what I am witnessing, in my opinion, is that the people that are in power have no intention of relieving their power, even if they are relieved of their power democratically. So we have to prepare ourselves spiritually first, because everything happens in the spirit first. We have to have that connection with the Most High to be guided. We have to prepare ourselves mentally and physically. And we have to do the practical things to prepare for the worst. Now, that's a great way to segue into this next audio that I want to play. The Commissioner of Police addressed, I think, the JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice. And what he said, I am still baffled. Andre Stevens said, I have no words. But I'm going to formulate a few words, I'm going to formulate a few words. Because something needs to be said. Something needs to be said. Let's listen to this.
Condemnation of what they disregard
I've taken note of the Jamaican for Justice's condemnation of what they describe as intolerable number of fatal shootings by the security forces. I strongly support the view that the number of fatal shootings is too high. However, the call is wrongly directed and should be aiming at those who make the decision to challenge a far more superior force.
Pause. Pause. So, I have a problem with this. This is an individual that is not taking any accountability. This is an individual, in my view, that it screams delusional. So he's trying to tell me that he believes that every single one of the 50 plus people that have had fatal shootings with the police officers, he believes that it was warranted, that there was no possibility of, corruption where the police is concerned. Are we to believe that the Jamaican police force is just this clean, upstanding, high level, highest standard in the world? Even American police are corrupt, and they wear body cams. Our police don't. And you want us to believe that all those cases, there's no possibility of corruption. How many times? There was a case the other day. If it was not caught on camera, those police would have gone away scotch-free. Perfect example. Whether you want to say, you can argue the point respectfully, Mr. Commissioner. You can argue the point that those are in the minority. And I would argue the point, they're in the minority because they haven't been caught. Listen, my man. Absence of evidence does not mean a crime was not committed. I say that again. Absence of evidence does not mean a crime was not committed. However, there's another caveat to that. The caveat to that is, ladies and gentlemen, that although there's an absence of evidence, there's evidence of a pattern. There's evidence of a pattern over a long period of time that gives people, right, the latitude to think that there just might be corruption in these situations. The Jamaica Labor, the Jamaica JCF, the JDF, they are not clean. They have never been clean. They will never be fully clean, which is all the more reason why when police is going on these operations where they're going for people that they think are criminals. And another thing, somebody Isaac made this point last night, and it's very accurate. Sometimes you guys have misinformation. Sometimes you guys have faulty information about somebody. Right? Now, there's so much to unpack here. Let it play some more. Your jawline who? All right, one more comment. You're on a thin line, Mohammed. All right.
And so let me encourage Jamaicans for Justice to be more responsible in their public pronouncements, especially when the nation is aware of its members' proven ability to comprehend the most basic and fundamental principles of security.
Yo, this man is disrespectful as hell. I'm talking about. Did you hear the shots fired right there?
To suggest that fatal shooting numbers can be reduced by anything other than the unwillingness of persons being apprehended to engage in deadly confrontation with members of the security forces is irresponsible, or at best, advocating for us to relent in our pursuit. We again reiterate the point that those who seek to kill and maim will not be left free and unobstructed to hold communities at ransom and in constant fear. It means we make no apology to stand between these murdering thugs and the people of this country.
Now, what that suggests is that he's letting everybody know that he believes that every person that was unalived was murdering thugs. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So these murdering thugs should not go back and forth with the police. They shouldn't challenge them. They should just lay down their weapons. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what I'm reading from it.
We also wish to reiterate the idiocy of these criminal elements in seeking to engage the security forces with deadly force and expect not to be responded to with similar force. Ladies and gentlemen,
No, I'm not telling nobody to challenge the police with deadly force. Hey, if you challenge somebody with a certain force, they're gonna more often than not, you know, return that force. Now, and that's only right. But something about this is not all the time you go out, the police go out, they are attacked with deadly force. Sometimes they come with that energy. They come with that force. What about the rights of the people? What about the rights of the people? See, I don't think this is the right approach. I don't think this. I really don't think this really helps in solving crime. It really don't. It's not a sustainable way. What this is going to do, in my opinion, is cause a revolt. It's going to cause a revolt in Jamaica. The way how the police is dealing with the Jamaican citizens on a large scale basis, yeah, this is going to cause a revolt. This is not. This is not. And what comes out of the Prime Minister's mouth and Horace Chang, it's very concerning. I believe they are the ones that are giving the commissioner the latitude to operate the way he is. So I really don't even blame the commissioner. I blame Horace Chang and especially Andrew Onis. There's a speech where Andrew Onis said that the SOEs are expertly used, and I'm paraphrasing, state of emergencies are expertly used to basically dehumanize criminals. So they cannot hide behind being a citizen of the country. And I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that clip. Trust me. All right. Let me finish this.
our prisons and police lockouts are fully populated with persons who have made the smarter choice of surrendering peacefully to the police. We have had well over 1,000 firearm-related arrests each year. Persons have had their day in court and have, in some instances, been freed of the charges against them. They have all lived to see another day, simply because they chose not to direct deadly force against our members. We have had police officers and soldiers killed and seriously injured in some of these confrontations. It is mandated by policy that every incident of fatal shooting must be followed by a removal from frontline duty and an administrative review. This takes police that would normally be out to protect you, the citizens, off the street. And so, yes, we agree. We need to have less fatal shootings. And so I call upon JFJ to demonstrate to the public that your care is more for the well-being of our citizens and less for the relevance of your organization. And it is hard for me to think otherwise.
The relevance of your organization? Yo, this man don't like the JC, the Jamaicans for Justice. And that is weird. That is weird. A commissioner of police, in my opinion, does not like the Jamaicans. This sounds personal. He's throwing mad shots.
When I know JFJ is fully abreast.
Action, what up, man?
Finally, as I wrap up, this constant call for there to be more accountability over the JCF is in itself a slap in the face of Indicom.
There's a slap in the face for Indicom.
Be reminded that that is their single most important mandate. And let me be absolutely clear, lest I am misunderstood or misquoted. I am a full supporter of what Indicom stands for. An effective Indicom assures me that those among us who believe that they are free to break the law will be held to account and be removed from within our ranks. The JCF's effectiveness depends on this. However, I'm concerned that the JFJ supports the idea that Indicom's investigation is being hampered because we do not have body-worn camera footage to present to them, even while they have more than 60% of what is required to complete an investigation.
I am very I have a problem with that. His statement there suggests that he really does not think that the body worn cameras is going to add anything special to these investigations. Because why would you say that? Why would you say they have more than enough that is required? Well, let's have 100%. Do you know that the FBI has a 99% record in conviction? Why? Because you see, when they actually go in front of the court, they have an ironclad case. It means more conviction. It means real justice. Why would he say that? I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. Now, the citizens of Jamaica, this is where they say you should take sleep and mark death. Because somebody can label you. The system can be flawed. And this is a real thing. The system can be flawed. There's a possibility that the system is flawed. And they label you as a terrorist. They label you as a criminal. Say, for instance, one of the vloggers. Right? Isn't there a technology in Israel that was linked to some story of utterance that came out of the Prime Minister's mouth when he said the person was tracked? I'm just asking. A person was tracked and they were caught. What did he mean by that? What did they use to track the person? Are they invading people's, and I'm asking, are they invading people's privacy rights to catch people that they claim are criminals? Is this what is going on? And nobody can tell me that they haven't seen instances in the pandemic when people call Andrew Holness out his name and the next day or the day after, police kicking down somebody's door, taking them from, Brian, how you doing? Taking them from under their bed. Granted, I believe that young man won his lawsuit, but I'm just saying, it's not like these things aren't a reality. Before I wrap up, please remember at 3 o'clock, Wheeler Rattigan Show is the place to be, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember. All right? Please remember. Let me find this clip with Listen to this last part.
And this includes statements from our members who are involved, ballistic information, report on the circumstances surrounding the case, and primacy over the scene. We in the JCF do not have the luxury of taking that position. So let me take this opportunity to reiterate the point that we have been making for some time. We will continue to use our superior intelligence gathering capabilities. We will continue to utilize our superior investigative capacity. We will use our superior operational capabilities, and we will go out and confront those who seek to destabilize our communities by wielding the threat of violence and terror. It continues to be our intention to bring those marauding criminals to justice so that they can have their day in court. Our track record of bringing violent criminals before a judge is beyond question. However, let me...
Really? I would love to challenge that. Yeah, I would love to challenge that. This uptick in unalivings, bro, listen, man. Isaac Buchanan said it best on Partner Draw TV last night. Please go listen to that. I really don't have time to pull it up.
Say again, when the police come for you, do not raise your weapons against us. Lay down your weapons and have your day in court. But should you choose the foolish option of challenging us with lethal force, know this: I do not train my police to lose. We have the superior training and firepower to ensure that we win every time. Let me encourage every Jamaican who truly believes in justice to work alongside the Jamaica Constabulary Force to continue our mission to bring down violent crime even further this year. And let's create a society where we can all feel safe.
These guys is allegedly the ones committing the crime. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I go back to the case where the report from the police was this. And when you looked on the camera, they literally executed people. There's another case where the young man was brought behind a zinc on the camera, put on his knees, bow, bow, bow. The report said something else. These are not just one-off cases. This is happening too much. This is a cause for concern. Right? Hey, Brian, I'm telling you, man. This is a cause for concern, man. This is a serious cause for concern. But to wrap it up, let me find this clip with the Prime Minister. And I can't believe nobody else spoke about that situation. Man, how was I the only one? I don't think I saw another. Yo, I gotta highlight this again. Yeah. I gotta highlight this again. And the main objective of this live stream is release the crawl report. Daryl Voss coming out doing all of this. Hey, man, we need the truth. All right? Wherever it lies. Because that's the point. The people need to get their money back from SSL. All right? Too much corruption in Jamaica, man. And you can't tell me that the government is not either directly or indirectly responsible. They gave that company the license to operate. They are culpable. By just that, by bare minimum. They are culpable, in my opinion, for the loss of Bolt and all those hundreds of people, investors' money. Release the damn report. Period. Just release the report. We don't want to hear no excuses. We don't want to hear none of that. Release the damn report. Point blank, period. All right. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is the video. Nah, that's not the video. Oh, man, where's the video? I think it was a live stream. The PM says criminals hide under the protection. This video, it is titled, you know what, I'm gonna drop the link in the actual chat. You know what, I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. See, when you guys need to go watch this video. All right, if you missed this video, I did this video a few weeks ago. You guys need to go watch that video. All right, definitely need to go watch that video. Anyway, back to this. Damn, I did that 2 weeks ago. A lot of people missed that video. That video didn't even get 1,000 views. Man, y'all need to go watch that video right now. But listen to this. Minister Andrew Holness.
Businesses are facing a crisis. IT solutions are complex with lots of interdependent parts. Who hide under the protection of the legislation.
Listen.
Across jurisdiction, dealing with finances of gangs, but coordinating how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
Let me play that back.
How you finances of gangs, but coordinating how exceptional and emergency powers are used.
Coordinating. What does coordinate mean? Plan, organize. So they're organizing these SOEs. Listen.
To deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
To deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being a citizen of the country. I don't know why nobody else picked this up, but I need to find this speech again. Yeah. I'm going to go and look for this actual speech, and I'm going to do a whole show about it again, because I don't think y'all got the memo. And I'm going to tag every vlogger. I'm going to tag everybody. Listen to the Prime Minister of the country coordinating state of emergencies to deal with these criminals that hide behind being a citizen of the country. Isn't there a Right to Life Act? Isn't there? When you say deal with them, what do you actually mean? You mean like the 50 plus that is unalive? That's what you mean? All of these criminals just, quote unquote, because we don't even know if they're criminals for real, but all of these criminals just decided that they're going to challenge the police, and knowing that you're coming, and knowing that you're having a track record of doing this, they did not say, man, listen, hands up, bro. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I ain't got nothing. So you're telling me that all these criminals are actively challenging the police? All of them? All of them that is unalived? All of them? Okay. So you're using the SOEs, the state of emergency, to take away their defense of being a citizen. They can't hide behind being a citizen of the country while you have the state of emergency. You take away their rights. It's a strategic, coordinated effort. Listen. Let's play it back. And this is my understanding. Phoenix Rising, how you doing, love?
That international effort was mobilized in creating standardized legislation across jurisdiction, dealing with finances of gangs, but coordinating how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
Let that marinate. Let that sink in. Please let that sink in. Coordinated state of emergency efforts to deal with these criminals that hide behind being a citizen of a country. All right? Think about that. Hey, I don't know. Do I have this video on subscriber only? Boy, the trolls is coming in. I've had to block more people today than I blocked in 3 months. Sheesh. Oh, Phoenix Rising, stop it. Everybody mod has been taken. Yeah. After what Armando said about uh, you know, old mods suing content creators, I want no mods. I'm good. I'm good. And I can't stand Mel W, bro. Yo, Mel Dub, I needed that laugh, bro. Hey, Mel Dub, I would really love to hear your perspective. What do you think of a president saying we are going to use coordinated state of emergencies to deal with these criminals that hide behind being a citizen of the country? I have a lot of respect for Mel Dub. I would love to hear O Speaks touch on this too. I love to hear these brothers' perspective. Man, listen, I would love to hear Mr. Keeney's perspective on this. Phoenix Rising, man, please. Can I drop a StreamYard link? I sure can. I got another phone right here. Let me drop a StreamYard link. Yeah. Let me drop a StreamYard link, man. Give me 5 minutes, man. Listen, I need to hear from this brother right here, man. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. This is insane, my brother. This is insane. For real, for real. No, sir. We can't make this up.
As in
All right, pause, my lady. Thank you. Let me drop this StreamYard link for y'all real quick. Hold up. I want to hear from you guys. All right, cause I'm a bit confused. You know. Yeah, I'm a bit confused. So there's a StreamYard link, guys. Can you access that StreamYard link? Is it accessible the way it's dropped in the chat? Can you open it? You got to press the three dots and then open the message to click the StreamYard link. Yeah. Go ahead and do that for me. And join me on this good Saturday evening or afternoon, just for a little bit, because I got to get out of here. I got to put my clothes on the line. I told y'all I'm moving, so I got to put my clothes on the line. I got like another set there. So yeah, and I got to take a shower. I got to go on the road. Yeah, I got a busy evening, so. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to my fellow vloggers and everybody. Yeah, the world is turned upside down, man. So can you guys ask? You're currently getting a battery installed, brother. I'm not able to hit the link, but I could definitely comment in the chat. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
so there's a StreamYard.
Go ahead. Let me know what you think about that. So, let me play the clip again. Um, I'm in the stream. See, I got the StreamYard right here. So anybody hit the link? I'm right here. So let me play the audio again from this phone. Man, it's you really gotta have multiple devices. I'm trying to tell you, man. Sheesh. Phoenix, hit the link.
In some ways, equally transnational. And we must embrace greater security cooperation and reciprocity. In some ways, we need an international cooperation similar to the global war on terrorism. We need a global consensus that will create a global war on gangs, that will treat with them in the same way that international effort was mobilized in creating standardized legislation across jurisdictions, dealing with finances of gangs, but coordinating how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country. How exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country. How exceptional and emergency powers are used to how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
So, according to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, criminals are hiding under the protection of being citizens of the country. And the way he takes that protection away is to use the SOEs strategically. So Mel W says to declare these citizens who are members of gangs as global threats would only matter if their operations was international, like MS-13 is an international gang. Interesting. I will say that there's some level of that here in Jamaica because, like, you have the well, I don't want to. Well, there it's well documented. You can look up the One Order gang. You can look up the Klansman gang. It is alleged that those two gangs are tied to the two major political parties, one of which is in power right now, and that is the Prime Minister saying what he said. It is so bad that the previous Prime Minister of that political party, Mr. Bruce Golding, his whole career was derailed because of his alleged involvement with said area leader, Dodos. That came up. I think Dodos is free right now. I don't think he's in Jamaica, but I think he's free because he went to prison. There was an extradition of Dodos years ago. He's talking about himself and the party. Empress 13 salute. Linda Lewis says, good afternoon. How are you doing? First time watching live. Have a great day. Blessings. Respect, Linda Lewis. So, Linda, how long have you been subscribed to the platform and have you watched the uploads? Or is this the first time you're watching live? I appreciate you dropping a comment. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of my new subscribers. You know, Jamaicans are similar in some ways because I remember when I first, became aware of KB. I never used to type in the chat. I was just watching. I was listening to figure out, what does this man stand for? Who is he? Yeah, he's funny and all of that, but so that's the same thing a lot of people do with me. They'll call me today and they say, man, you know how long I've been subbed up? I was there when you was this. I'm like, oh, okay. And they just watch you and they watch to see if you are the type of person you're displaying for real. So they judge you. You go through a process of being judged, and if they see that you have maintained a consistency of being who you are, they're gonna rock with you. What's somewhat bothersome is the openness to rely on asking for support from the other countries to handle their own country's gang problem. Yeah, I feel what you're saying with that. I feel what you're saying with that, Mel Dub. I like that. I like the way you come. Yeah, I like the way you came at that angle. Yeah, I like that. Pause. Pause. Hella pause. Lord have mercy. Deb, how you doing? But in all seriousness, my issue is his openness to say that a criminal is like a not a citizen. Like the criminal is hiding under the protection of being a citizen. So citizens have rights, and I believe that's the issue that they have, the rights that they have. So when he says they're hiding behind the protection of being a citizen, he's saying that they're, in my opinion, he's saying that, and I would love for the prime minister to clarify this statement. I would love for him to dance, willow hoop, do the alley hoop, do the jump around, and tell me that I'm wrong, and do it factually. Say this is what I meant and make it make sense. I would love for him to do that. But until then, I maintain the opinion that this is some scary times in Jamaica for our prime minister to think that, to look at criminals as they are lesser than a citizen. Man, do you know a criminal could be reformed and become the best example for our children in schools? Listen, they could tell you those kids stories like, man, listen, this life is not the life. I was lucky, thank God. You know what I'm saying? And look at me now. Look at what I'm doing now. Keeping themselves clean, like for real, for real. You understand? I mean, exactly. Criminals could be a victim of their own circumstances. I'm telling you, the garrison and the ghetto, the hood, right? You got organized stuff going on. Young man trying to come up out the hood and getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some level of them making a decision, but when they're young and impressionable and they don't have a father in the home, they just got a mother, like those circumstances, that person that is now what you see the finishing product of never had an opportunity to have a positive change, right? And it's so far, they don't deserve to just be shot down by the police, because the police is walking in their mind with, yo, I'ma take this person out type. That's what when I hear the minister of security speak and the prime minister speak, that is what I get. Their their way to fight crime is to use a disinfectant or bleach. You understand what I'm saying? Or Lysol to kill the bacteria. It's not to capture, you know what I'm saying, I'm put in front of a judge. To me, the police has been given the full support of the prime minister, the minister of security, and the commissioner to, man, just take people's lives, man. Go ahead. I thought they were supposed to maintain order, not cause disorder. You going around just unaliving people, there's gonna be some disorder at some point. That pot is gonna be bubbled over. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all engagement. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna be live tomorrow because I'm moving and there's a lot going on right now. So if y'all don't see me until Monday, don't be surprised. Um, there's a lot of videos I'm sure you haven't watched yet. So you can go catch up on some old videos, check my playlist, and yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. Have a wonderful weekend. Salute to Mel Dub, Phoenix Rising, all my day ones. Hey, Brian, salute to you, man. And see y'all later. Phoenix. Peace.